The phone buzzed against the oak nightstand, a harsh vibration that sliced through the silence of our darkened bedroom. It was 2:17 a.m., the red glow of the alarm clock casting jagged shadows across the rumpled sheets. My wife Elise wasn't beside me. The bed felt too large, the air too still, and that buzzing, it wasn't just a sound, it was a warning. 23 missed calls, her name flashing on the screen like a distress signal. My stomach churned, a cocktail of dread and something sharper, something I couldn't name yet. I grabbed the phone, my thumb hovering over the call button, when a text flickered through. "I don't need your permission to live, David. I'm done." The words hit like a fist to the chest. Done. Done with what, me? Us? The life we'd stitched together over 12 years, frayed but still holding? My mind scrambled, replaying her voice from earlier that evening, sharp and defiant. "I'm going out. Don't wait up." She'd been distant for weeks, her laughter replaced by clipped responses, her touch fleeting, like she was already slipping away. I'd chalked it up to stress. Her late nights at the law firm, the endless case files piling up on her desk. But now, staring at those words, I felt the ground shift beneath me. I stumbled to the kitchen, the cold tile biting my bare feet. Her favorite mug sat unwashed in the sink, lipstick smudged on the rim like a bruise. The house was too quiet, the kind of quiet that amplifies every creak, every whisper of doubt. I called her back once, twice, 3 times, no answer. My heart pounded, a drumbeat of panic and suspicion. Where was she? Why the cryptic text? And why, after weeks of detachment, was she suddenly desperate to reach me? The first red flag had come months ago, subtle enough to dismiss. A late-night text she'd swiped away too quickly, her smile tight as she muttered, "Just work." Then the new perfume, sharp and unfamiliar, clinging to her coat. The way she'd started locking her phone, a habit she'd never had before. I'd rationalized it all. Trust was the cornerstone of our marriage, wasn't it? But now those moments stacked like kindling, ready to ignite. I sank onto the couch, the leather creaking under my weight, and scrolled through her messages. Nothing unusual, just the usual banter with her sister, a few work emails. But then, a notification from an app one didn't recognize, some encrypted messaging service. My pulse quickened. I didn't know her passcode anymore. She changed it without a word. The realization stung, a small betrayal that felt like a prelude to something larger. The clock ticked past 3 a.m. I poured a whiskey, the burn grounding me as I replayed our last fight. It was 2 weeks ago, over something trivial, dishes maybe, or my late hours at the hospital. But her words had carried an edge. "You're never here, David. Even when you're here, you're not." I'd brushed it off, too exhausted to dig deeper. Now I wondered what she'd meant. Was I the one failing her? Or was she looking for an excuse to pull away? A memory surfaced, vivid and unbidden. Elise at our wedding, her eyes bright with tears as she vowed to choose me every day. I'd believed her. I still wanted to. But the phone, silent now, felt like a loaded gun. I opened her laptop, left carelessly on the dining table. The screen glowed to life, her email still logged in. My fingers hesitated over the keys, guilt clawing at me. This wasn't me snooping, doubting. But I typed his name anyway, Mark. Mark was her colleague, the charming partner at her firm with a smile too polished, a laugh too easy. I'd met him at the office Christmas party, his hand lingering on Elise's arm as they talked, her cheeks flushed with wine or something else. I told myself it was nothing. But there in her inbox was a thread titled, "Tonight." My breath caught. The emails were short, coded. "Meet me at 8. Usual place. Can't wait to see you." No overt promises, no explicit confessions, but the intimacy in those words was undeniable. My hand shook as I clicked through, each message a knife twisting deeper. The house felt smaller now, the walls closing in. I pictured her with him, his hand on her waist, her laughter spilling freely in a way it hadn't for me in months. Anger surged, hot and blinding, but beneath it, a colder current. Heartbreak. I loved her even now, even as the evidence mounted. I wanted to scream, to confront her. But part of me clung to denial, whispering she'd explain, she'd make it right. At 4:13 a.m. the phone rang again. "Elise." I answered, my voice rough. "Where are you?" "David, oh God, I..." Her voice cracked, frantic, punctuated by the hum of traffic. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm coming home." "Where are you?" I repeated, sharper now. "Are you with him?" Silence. Then a sob. It's not what you think. Please just let me explain. Explain what? My voice broke, betraying the hurt I tried to bury. The texts? The emails? The fact you're not here at 4 in the morning. I'm at the pier, she whispered. Alone. I swear. I needed to think. The pier. Our place where we'd walked hand in hand after our first date. Where I'd proposed under a sky bruised with stars. The memory clashed with the present, twisting the knife. Don't lie to me, Elise. I'm not. David, please. I'm scared. Her voice trembled, and for a moment I believed her. But then I remembered the emails, the locked phone, the weeks of distance. Trust was a fragile thing, and mine was fracturing. I drove to the pier, the city a blur of neon and shadow. The air was thick with salt and regret as I spotted her, sitting on a bench, her coat wrapped tight against the wind. Her face was pale, eyes red-rimmed, but she stood when she saw me, her hands outstretched like a plea. David, I didn't cheat, she said before I could speak. I swear. Mark, he's been helping me. I was going to leave, but not for him. For me. Leave. The word was a punch. Leave me. She nodded, tears spilling. I've been drowning, David. The firm, the pressure, us. I felt trapped. Mark listened. He was a friend, nothing more. But I got lost in it, in the idea of starting over. Her words were a confession, but not the one I'd braced for. No affair, but a different betrayal. Her heart had drifted, and I hadn't noticed. I wanted to rage, to demand why she hadn't talked to me, but her broken expression stopped me. She was hurting too, caught in her own web of guilt and fear. Then why the calls? The text? I asked, my voice softer now, though the pain lingered. I panicked, she said. I went to the pier to think, to decide if I could stay. And then I realized I couldn't lose you. I called over and over because I was terrified you'd give up on me. We stood there, the waves crashing below, the truth raw between us. No infidelity, but a fracture all the same. Could we rebuild? I didn't know. But as she reached for my hand, her fingers cold but familiar, I felt a flicker of hope and fear. The real betrayal wasn't Mark. It was her silence and my blindness. And now we'd have to face both.